I'm Barry Stanton, news editor at ESPN, but I began my career in newspapers as a sports writer and a sports columnist. Back in the 1970s, when newspapers were still a primary source of information for our readers. Television changed that. We used to tell you who won the game. Television brought that game into your living room. So, like the crusty old newspaper editor, played by Clark Gable in the movie Teacher's Pet, who was shown the ways of the world by Doris Day, newspapers found out that analysis, insight, opinion, that's what could be offered that wasn't available in new media. Now, digital has changed all of that. All of those things are available at whatever level. Now, the digital era has brought a new pressure. The pressure is to be fast. You want to get it fast, first, and you don't care if you get it right. That's the opposite of the way I was taught. I was taught to check your sources, go back and double check your sources, write your story, and then go back and confirm with your sources a third time, just to be sure. Do you want to get it fast? Do you want to get it first? Or do you want to get it right? I wanted to get it right. That's not the way it works anymore. What newspapers used to give to people in the sports world was post-game analysis, interviews with the players. But even that's been taken away. Now those post-game interviews are put up on team websites. The problem is who controls that content. When journalists are asking the questions, anything's fair game. When a team website is posting, not likely to put up any critical material. You know, Deadspin, one of the new bastions of the sports journalist world, likes to brag that they provide coverage without access, favor, or discretion. They brag about it like it's a badge of honor, and I'm not sure it is. Without access, how can you be as well informed? You don't have to bend over backwards. You don't have to do favors for people, but you have to find out both sides of the story, and that means access to both sides. Otherwise, you're just somebody sitting in your office typing. You've got opinions, great. Are they correct? Are they based in fact? Well, nowadays I'm not sure that it matters. The power of the press was in the actual press. You needed one to print a newspaper. Maybe that meant that the media, as it was controlled by rich people, and that's probably true. Maybe it's more democratic that everybody has access to a publishing tool. But now, with Facebook, with Twitter, with a well-designed website, each voice is as important as the next one. There's no vetting process. When I came up, I started covering high school sports. I moved on to an NFL beat covering the Giants. After that, I got a sports column. I felt that lent a little authority to the things that I wrote. Nowadays, it's just a matter of who shouts the loudest. That gets the most opinion. The internet is a mean, mean place. And it's made worse by anonymity. You don't even have to put your name on these things, and they're out there. You know, facts don't have to be checked as long as they can be repeated. And the louder you do it, the better. Listen, people don't seek out truth. They believe what they want to believe. They look for facts that support the point of view that they've already held. In the last election, there were stories put out on social media that were made up, admittedly so, on both campaigns, the Trump campaign and the Clinton campaign. And they were circulated far more often than the journalistic work done by the New York Times, the Washington Post, the LA Times, legitimate news sources. I'm not sure that that's good for society. The digital world has changed the way I do my job, and it's changed the world I live in. I'm not sure that that's for the better.